New Jersey. What comes to mind when you hear those words? Maybe it's the endless highways, the iconic diners, or the Garden State nickname that flashes through your mind. For many people, though, New Jersey is defined by its suburbs. Vast neighborhoods that seem to stretch on forever, connecting city to city. But suburbs are more than just places to sleep at night. They're about building community, chasing dreams of a quieter life, and finding a sense of belonging among neighbors. For some, the suburbs offer an escape from the pressures and noise of city living, a chance for a fresh start, a new chapter. New Jersey is a state of contrasts. On one hand, it's a hub of industry and innovation. On the other, it's deeply suburban, with quiet streets and leafy neighborhoods. Factories and towns didn't just coexist, they grew together, shaping and influencing each other over generations. This dual identity, industry and suburbia side by side, is what makes New Jersey truly unique in the American landscape. But how did New Jersey become so suburban? The transformation didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual process shaped by history, economics, and people's choices. It's a story of people seeking opportunity, making decisions, and transforming the landscape in the process. We'll explore how once sleepy corners of the state became bustling communities, full of life and activity, and we'll look at what that means for the people who call these places home, both now and in the future. This isn't just a story about New Jersey, it's about how we as Americans choose to live and what we value in our communities. The story of the suburbs is still being written, with every new home and every new family that moves in. Suburbs are more than just an exit ramp off the highway, they're a way of life, shaping who we are and how we connect. Let's dive into the fascinating story of how this transformation happened, and what it means for all of us. What does the future hold for New Jersey suburbs and for suburbs across America? And why should this story matter to all of us, no matter where we live? The answers might surprise you, and they just might change the way you see the suburbs forever. Let's zoom in on Blackwell's Mills, Somerset County, a place you might never have heard of. Tucked away in central New Jersey, it's easy to miss on a map, but its story is anything but small. For years, it was a quiet rural spot where life moved at a gentle pace and neighbors knew each other by name. But between 2013 and 2022, it transformed almost overnight, as if someone hit fast forward on the town's story. The number of homes exploded by nearly 2,000%, a surge that would have seemed unimaginable just a decade ago. From a handful of houses to almost 2,900 in less than a decade, an entire community built from the ground up. Fields and woods gave way to new streets and neighborhoods. As the landscape was reshaped before everyone's eyes, the population soared from under 500 to over 10,000, bringing new faces, new energy, and new challenges. It's like a whole new town appeared out of nowhere, changing the rhythm of daily life for everyone who lives here. Blackwell's Mills became the second fastest growing housing market in the U.S. Only one place in Utah grew faster, putting this small town on the national radar. This isn't just a local story, it's part of a much bigger trend that's reshaping the entire state. Rapid growth like this is happening all over New Jersey as more people seek space, comfort, and opportunity outside the cities. It's a clue to understanding the state's transformation and why so many communities are changing so quickly. And it reflects a national shift towards suburban and exurban living, as families look for new places to call home. Blackwell's Mills is an extreme example, but not unique. Many towns are experiencing similar booms. The story here is about change, fast, dramatic, and ongoing, with each year bringing something new. What happened in Blackwell's Mills is happening elsewhere too, as the American landscape is reimagined. It's reshaping communities and lives, creating new opportunities and new challenges for everyone involved. And it's just the beginning. The story of Blackwell's Mills is still being written, the pace of change is staggering, and it shows no signs of slowing down. And it's changing what it means to live in New Jersey, as new stories unfold in places that once seemed unchanged. Blackwell's Mills isn't alone. Across the state, similar towns are experiencing a surge in growth and transformation. New Jersey's Exurbs are booming, with new neighborhoods springing up where farmland once stood. From 2013 to 2022, housing in exurban areas grew by 15%, outpacing both suburbs and cities by a significant margin. Exurbs, those communities just beyond the main suburbs, are attracting more people than ever, offering a blend of space, affordability, and a sense of new beginnings. Population in these areas jumped 16%, faster than suburbs or cities, as families and individuals seek out more room to grow. People are moving further out, searching for quieter streets, bigger yards, and a lifestyle that feels just a bit removed from the urban rush. This isn't just a New Jersey phenomenon, it's happening nationwide, reshaping the map of where Americans choose to settle. Places like Davenport and Nocatee in Florida are seeing similar growth, as exurbs become magnets for new residents. Americans are rethinking where they want to live, weighing the benefits of space, affordability, and community. Quiet, fringe communities are becoming new centers of growth, drawing in people from all walks of life. This shift is changing the American landscape, turning open fields into vibrant neighborhoods. Infrastructure, resources, and community life are all being reshaped to meet the needs of these growing populations. The numbers tell a story of movement and transformation as more people choose the exurban lifestyle. New Jersey is at the heart of this trend, leading the way in exurban expansion. The exurbs are no longer the edge, they're the new frontier, redefining what it means to live in America. This growth brings both opportunities and challenges, from new schools and businesses to questions about sustainability. It's a demographic shift with big implications for families, communities, and the future of the region. The story is still unfolding, as more people look to the exurbs for a fresh start. And it's redefining what home means for many, blending tradition with new possibilities. The future of New Jersey, and America, may be written in these exurbs, where change is happening every day. The movement outward is only accelerating and the next chapter is just beginning. Why are so many people moving to suburbs and exurbs? The biggest reason? Money. City housing costs have soared, making homeownership out of reach for many. The dream of a house with space and a yard feels impossible in places like New York or DC. Then came remote work, accelerated by the pandemic. Suddenly, millions could work from anywhere. Living further out became practical, not just a dream. People traded long commutes for more space and quieter surroundings. Lifestyle matters too. Exurbs offer leafy settings, bigger homes, and a sense of safety. Families want backyards, parks, and quieter streets for their kids. The pace is slower, the air feels fresher. For many, it's about work-life balance and well-being. The city's excitement is appealing, but it can be exhausting. Suburbs and exurbs promise a different rhythm. More room to breathe, literally and figuratively. People are making conscious choices for quality of life. It's not just about affordability, it's about what feels right. The move is intentional, not accidental. Suburban and exurban living is a lifestyle choice, and it's reshaping the map of where Americans want to be. What's life really like in New Jersey's older suburbs? One word: quiet. Calm streets, safe neighborhoods, and a sense of order define daily life. Many residents find comfort in this predictability. Well-kept lawns and tree-lined streets create a feeling of stability, but for some, the quiet can feel stifling, almost too predictable. Boredom and restlessness sometimes creep in. The search for excitement or meaning can lead to intense community involvement or heated local debates. Even small events can become big news, breaking the monotony. This emotional landscape, comfort mixed with unease, makes suburban life complex. Not everyone feels it, but it's there beneath the surface. Suburbs offer peace, but sometimes people crave more. The push and pull between comfort and restlessness shapes these communities. It's part of what makes suburban life so interesting. In late 2024, New Jersey's suburbs found themselves at the center of a strange mystery: unidentified drones. Starting in November, people across the state reported seeing mysterious lights in the sky. The sightings lasted nearly a month, spreading to nearby Maryland. The story caught fire, online, in the news, and in local conversations. State and federal agencies, including the FBI and Homeland Security, investigated. Their verdict: no security threat, no foreign involvement. Most sightings were likely planes or helicopters. Official reassurances didn't calm everyone. Social media buzzed with theories and speculation. Local politicians got involved, some seeking answers, others stoking fears. Senator Andy Kim joined police patrols calling for transparency. Representative Scott Van Drew made wild claims quickly debunked by the Pentagon. The drone saga became a suburban obsession, a break from the ordinary. It revealed how quickly anxiety can spread in quiet communities. People craved a story, a mystery to solve. The episode showed the restless energy beneath suburban calm. Even in peaceful places, excitement finds a way in. Suburban and exurban growth leaves a mark, on the land and on communities. Rural areas become sprawling neighborhoods almost overnight. New homes, roads, and shopping centers change the landscape fast. Rapid growth strains local resources: roads, schools, water, and electricity. Towns scramble to keep up, often playing catch-up with services. The unique character of small towns can fade, replaced by a more uniform suburban look. Longtime residents notice the change, sometimes with pride, sometimes with concern. Growth brings opportunity, but also real challenges. Balancing expansion with community needs isn't easy. The transformation is ongoing, and its effects are everywhere. New Jersey's evolution is a microcosm of what's happening nationwide. The price of growth is both visible and invisible. What does New Jersey's suburban boom reveal? People want space, affordability, and a sense of safety. The American dream is evolving, still about comfort, but now shaped by remote work and rising costs. But is this model sustainable? Can we keep building outwards? Environmental impacts, resource strain, and traffic are real concerns. As exurbs grow, pressure on infrastructure and nature increases. We need smart planning to keep these communities livable. And what about connection? Can sprawling neighborhoods foster real community? The search for belonging is as important as ever. These are the questions shaping the next chapter of suburban life. What's next for New Jersey's suburbs and exurbs? If trends continue, growth will accelerate, especially in outer ring communities. The challenges, resource management, traffic, preserving open space, will intensify. Smart solutions and collaboration are essential. Technology and innovation will shape the future. Sustainable building, smarter transport, new ways to connect. Ideas about community will keep evolving. Maybe more walkable neighborhoods or mixed-use developments. New Jersey is a bellwether for the nation's suburban story. The choices made here will offer lessons for others. The story of suburbia is still being written. New Jersey holds the pen. The next chapter promises to be just as fascinating. And it's a story that belongs to all of us.